Now that we're done with that whole situation in the underworld, we can finally look for the Stellaron.
Yeah.
But thinking about it, I feel a bit bad about Clara. We promised her that our talks with Svarog would go peacefully.
Sorry. I wasn't able to pursue us.
You tried your best. Don't blame yourself. I should have considered such a situation in advance. And it was Svarog who attacked first.
I didn't mean for you guys to start beating yourselves up over it. Look on the bright side. Things turned out alright, didn't they? Now everyone knows that the real problem here is the Stellaron, and they're willing to help us out. All in all, the mission is going super smoothly.
Yeah.
But we still have a lot left to figure out. For instance...
Where is the stone?
Exactly. We don't even have the Stellaron's coordinates and location.
Maybe Cocolia knows it.
Cocolia's sudden change in attitude is also very curious. We still haven't put all of the pieces together.
Actually, I've been having some dreams. Yeah.
Oh, I remember you mentioned something about strange dreams before.
Telling Don Hong on March 7th about the voice you heard in your recent dreams. About you now.
All three dreams were the same, with Cocolia and that other voice.
It would be weird to call it a coincidence.
I'm wondering if these dreams aren't just random, if there's some meaning behind them. Maybe you're having them because...
Because of the Stellaron inside him?
Yeah,
that's my
so.
hunch, but I have no proof.
Well, then that's as good as nothing for now. So, what should we do when we get back above ground? After all this talk, we're still back at square one.
We solve a puzzle one piece at a time. Let's get some rest. We'll talk to Wildfire tomorrow and get to the bottom of this. Also, there's still one more key character we haven't talked to yet. Her connection to Cocolia may be the key to cracking this mystery.
Who's that? Let's go sleep. Another nightmare? No.
Over there. See that? That used to be the worst street in Rivet Town, and it's also where I grew up. My friends and I used to wander those streets, thinking about where to find our next meal. That is, until Chief Oleg got me out and took me to the orphanage. There, I learned to read and write from Natasha. At the age of 10, I started to patrol the mines with Oleg, occasionally getting into fights with the local thugs.
That sounds nice.
Nice? You being sarcastic with me?
Oh, no, sorry. Life in the underworld is difficult. I shouldn't be speaking about it so lightly.
You're always so serious. It really gets on people's nerves sometimes, you know?
Right. What I meant was... I kind of envy you, Zila. For as long as I can remember, my days have been an endless cycle of studying, etiquette lessons, and training. Every day, all I hear is, remember who you are, BRONYA. This is against the Architect's admonishments, BRONYA. Ladies shouldn't use such foul language, BRONYA. Some may envy this kind of life, but I have felt trapped. When every choice and every goal has already been made for you. You probably can't imagine how that feels.
No, I can't. But more importantly, what kind of foul language were you using?
In the name of the Architects, I shall stick this spear into your nostril.
Okay. That's nothing.
That's it? Oh, that's nothing. Looks like I'll have to teach you some underworld slang before you go back.
Okay, you say you mother.
No, that won't be necessary.
It'll be better than poking people's nostrils, at least.
I really like this too.
I never thought that I'd be here having a heart-to-heart with the future Guardian. As a kid, I didn't meet many people who lived in the overworld. I only heard stories from the grown-ups and figured you were all just a bunch of cold snobs.
I've heard from some Silvermane veterans that before the orders were made to seal off the underworld from the overworld, there was no difference between the two places. Everybody ate the same food, chatted about the same topics, celebrated the same festivals. Even though times are different now, things like the joys and sorrows of life, the ties between people, these precious things must certainly still connect us all. If there is a way to bridge the gap between the two worlds, we can definitely go back to the time when you and I were not divided, when we could stand side by side against the Eternal Freeze and the Fragmentum.
I'm not like you. I don't have that many grand plans for the future. But if that's the future you want, I'm willing to build this bridge with you.
Thank you, Zila. Your trust is very important to me.
Speaking of which, what are you going to do next? What Svarog revealed must have made quite an impact, huh?
Yes. I thought I was prepared for anything, but as long as I am the Guardian's successor, those truths will come out sooner or later. Why does my mother hide it from me, and why does she want me to hunt down the outsiders who know about the nature of the Stellaron? It doesn't make sense. I thought it over. There's only one thing I can do. Go ask her directly.
Hold on. You're not really going, are you? Alone? You can't. This plan is...
I've already thought it through, Zila. I am Madame Cocolia's daughter. That will never change. Be it my duties as her heir or as a Silvermane guard, I must face my problems head-on. Even if...
Bronya.
This is for you, Zila. Please help me pass it on to the outsiders. If I am unable to see you again, they'll know what to do.
Okay, I understand. You've made up your mind, and there's nothing I can say that will change it. But remember this. If you run into trouble, I will come to save you, no matter what.
Then I'll be waiting for you.
Is this a romance or a bromance?
So, did you come to this spot when you were a child?
Of course. I just didn't appreciate how nice it was at the time. Very nice.
That was a good sleep.
You don't have any
I
nightmares?
should go meet up with March and Danhong.
They're just in front of you, bro.
Took you long enough, sleepyhead. We've been waiting all day.
It's been 4 or 5 days I'm not
I've
sleeping though,
noticed
okay?
that our sleep routines don't match up. You either keep getting up in the middle of the night or snoozing away until the day's almost out. Unacceptable. You gotta work on your teamwork.
Decent teamwork.
Did you have a dream again last night?
Not this time.
So that's why you slept for so long.
Well then, let's go find Wildfire to discuss our next move.
Let's go! I can't wait to finally get back above ground.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
look who's here.
Hello there, Oleg.
It's the Bane of Svarog,
Senpai.
the big hero of the underworld. And the other big heroes, Danhong and March 7th.
Were those lines rehearsed?
Where's Natasha? Is she here?
She has a bunch of other things to attend to. So I hope you don't mind talking to this old man instead. I
Where's
speak on behalf of Natasha.
Bronya?
By the way, sorry for keeping that whole thing about her being the actual leader of Wildfire a secret.
Doesn't matter anyway.
I'm glad you don't mind. Natasha
I do not
is
care.
always cautious, but she has no ill intent, as you surely have noticed.
Yep.
She told me to make sure you return to the overworld safely. I gave it some thought, and I think the safest way is to ask this fella for help.
I brought you down. I can take you back up. Free of charge. Satisfaction guaranteed.
There's no need to knock us out this time, right?
Of course not. This time, we'll go back through the furnace core.
Okay. Just tell us the path you used before.
That would be problematic and dangerous.
Ugh, enough chatter. Just be a good guide.
Hold on. What about Bronya? Why isn't she here?
She already went back. As you know, she has some things to settle with the Supreme
Oh
Guardian.
hell
What?
no.
She just ditched us and went back? How could you let her?
She also has her own plan. So
Exactly. She has a lot of responsibilities. I don't completely understand, but I trust that she's trying to solve the problem. Oh, right. Bronya told me to give you this.
what is it?
She left us a letter. Could this be one of those open in case of emergency letters? I've never gotten one of those before. Should we wait until we run into something dangerous?
Stop overthinking and just open it.
Don Hong marched the night siblings and asked for their help. Servo and wait, they're siblings? Rebel people with enormous power in Belbag, and I have complete faith in them. I'm sure they will unreservedly help you in your search for the Stellar monster. Okay, see and tell my handwriting permanently.
Brother and sister Landau. I know the brother must refer to Japard, but who could the sister? Oh, Serval! So she's Japard's older sister.
Duh! I hope nothing happens to Bronya.
She gave it some good thought. But whatever's going on in that Supreme Guardian's head... even Bronya might have trouble understanding. Sampo, do you know the Landau siblings?
Landau. Yeah, we're old friends. I've mostly dealt with the younger brother in the past, but the sister... she's much scarier. Today's supposed to be a day of celebration, so let's not talk about it right now.
What did you do?
We can set out at any time. Just come find me when you're ready.
Let's go.
Wonderful. Remember to bring enough food and drink to refuel on the way. We have a lot of steps to climb.
Cocolia.
Mother, I have returned.
Bronya, I thought I'd lost you. Where were you? Are you hurt? I'll fetch the butler right away.
No, there's no need. I don't want to see Sebas right now. Sorry, Mother. I'm fine, really. I just got into a few skirmishes down in the underworld, but nothing I couldn't handle.
The underworld. Oh, I see. In that case, report everything you saw. Commander Bronya.
After the failed pursuit at Backwater Pass, the wanted outsiders and I were somehow taken to the underworld. Because of the difficult situation we were in, we formed a temporary alliance to help the residents of the underworld resolve a few issues of survival. We also defeated an ancient robot known as Svarog and learned some truths about the Stellaron.
I'm listening. Go on.
Madam Cocolia, it is my firm belief that the visitors from beyond the sky are not the villains we had imagined before. I witnessed them take up arms in the name of justice and risk their lives for the sake of others. I can also ascertain that they did come for the Stellaron, but only to relieve the disaster it has brought upon Belobog. Mother, you've always known the truth about the Stellaron, haven't you? Well, the responsibility of bearing that truth will fall upon me one day. Such is the burden of being Guardian, to carry these secrets for eternity. So, I ask you to forgive my defiance, but I believe that the order to dispatch the Outsiders was a mistake. To solve the problems brought on by the Stellaron, the architects waited hundreds of years. And those Outsiders may be the...
Enough!
Okay.
What? Arrogant. Ignorant. Oh, you disappoint me, Bronya.
Thumbnail material.
You merely glimpsed the tip of the iceberg, and now you think you know everything. You spend a short time with that underworld scum, and suddenly you have the audacity to question my orders? Guards! Take Bronya.
They are not scum. My entire life. Everything you ever kept from me. I remember it clearly now. This time I am standing my ground, Madam Guardian. And please, stop dismissing me with vague excuses. Tell me what you have seen. What exactly it is you are hiding. Why do you send the Silvermane guards to die in the Fragmentum? Why have you abandoned the people of the underworld? And why? Why did you have that sudden change of mind?
No talk.
I see. I knew this moment would come sooner or later. I just didn't expect it would be so soon. You want to know why I gave those orders? Is that right? Do you believe you're ready to learn the truth?
Yes. I am ready. Mother?
What's that change of tone?
Then come with me, Bronya. It is time you heard it. The voice of this dying world.
Okay.
Ah, we're finally back. I forgot what fresh air tasted like.
Aren't we missing something?
No.
Where's Sampo?
Nope. Next question. Where's our next stop? We should find somewhere to put our feet up. As long as it's not Goethe Hotel again.
Classic unreliable Sampo. He probably guessed we'd ask where his hiding place was. No sooner are we back in the administrative district than he sneaks off.
A friend in need. He's a friend indeed.
The
Let's
bro
find
or
out.
the sis? If you're talking about Japard, we should be careful. He's a top Silvermane guard. He'd probably get a medal for every one of us he brought in. Don Hung, what do you think?
I think it'd be best to pay a visit to Serval Landau.
So, you think we should avoid Japard for the time being, right?
He's an elite officer of the Silvermane Guards. It wouldn't be easy to get to him. Besides, if he hasn't been persuaded by Bronya's letter, we'd be walking right into the lion's den.
Makes sense. Guess we better head over to Serval's workshop then?
But we must keep a low profile. We're still wanted fugitives.
Yep.
What's wrong, Zila?
Nothing. It's just a little... new. The last time I was on the surface, I was still a child. I have no memory of any of this. The overworld and the underworld. We've been cut off for so long. I'm okay. Let's go.
Okay,
There are so many Silvermane guards on patrol. Is it usually like this?
No.
Usually.
I don't remember the security being this tight last time. Might have something to do with us.
Yeah. All of
The
this.
Supreme Guardian has probably learned of our arrival already. BRONYA.
This is just even ready for a hero, rather one posted a fake the picture of a predominantly Irish white. The hell, bro?
Who is it? Shop's closed today. You'll have to...
Is the radiator fixing?
Ah, I remember. The three outsiders. Wait, why are you still strolling around the city? Do you know the Silvermane guards are looking all over for you?
Yeah.
Act natural and get inside. Don't get spotted.
All right, you'll be safe here. My work, just what crime did you commit exactly? They recalled a bunch of guards from the front line to track you down. It's unprecedented. Now they're patrolling the whole city and everyone's in a panic.
Oh, we just...
Not yet, March. BRONYA said we could trust you completely.
You mean to say you don't trust me completely?
Beautiful girl.
Good. That's smart of you. But you needn't worry. Cocolia and I aren't even on speaking terms. It was her that ejected me from the Architects. I refuse to stand with her. I don't believe you guys would do anything bad. And the Architects are gonna need conclusive and publicly available evidence for me to think otherwise. Besides, I know the Architects, and if they did have any evidence, they would have released it by now. I know Cocolia's style. Get everyone into a frenzy first. Most people in a frenzy don't stop to ponder the details.
Do you know Cocolia well?
You could say that. We were like sisters once, inseparable. Of course, that was all before she became the Supreme Guardian. These days, I just spend my time fixing things in this workshop and playing music. It's a pretty carefree existence.
So you...
If I'm not careful, I'll start
bold.
boring you all with sob stories from the past. Let's get back to you guys. If long-lost BRONYA told you to come here, you must have something important to tell me. You can trust me. I know our paths have only crossed once before, but my intuition tells me you guys are good people. And I've got good intuition, by the way.
With me as well. Tell the long and short of it from start to finish.
Ooh, I'm the best storyteller! Let me!
Okay, go on.
Try not to embellish the facts.
Telling Silval about your time in the underground and everything else, blah blah blah.
So that's what's been happening. No wonder we hadn't heard from BRONYA recently. After all these years in isolation and without a single word from below, this is what's become of the underworld? I believe you. There's no way you could have invented all those twists and turns. What's more, we have Miss Seela here as living proof. As for the Stellaron, I know why BRONYA got you to find me. When I was still one of the architects working in the scientific research division, I was researching the Stellaron. I never thought I'd hear that word again after being expelled by the architects. Come on, I'll tell you everything.
Okay, see ya.